Hey guys, so we have officially moved into prom season, and for some of you guys that is a huge deal. Ladies, these videos that I'm going to do are just there to help. I'm going to do a foundation routine, quick and easy, but make you photo ready. Make sure, whoa, can you guys see that? To get you photo ready, that way you look your best in photos. And then I'm going to help create a few simple eye looks that you can spice up with different colors and make it your own. So if you guys need help with makeup, because I know when I was in school, I wish that I had been watching YouTube videos to get some inspiration. But, however, I wasn't. And if you guys are wondering what that light is, my curtain keeps blowing open from the wind, so. But I wish that I had been able to get on and see some videos from some of the great YouTube gurus on here. However, I didn't. So my junior year of high school for prom, I had some of my managers at work do my makeup. Total fail. I mean, my makeup looked okay, but it looked like ridiculous. You know, my makeup for my junior prom wasn't the best. I mean, it looked okay, but it was, you know, I would never do it again, and I would never let them do it again. My senior year, I did it on my own. It was just very simple, yet very elegant, and I'll post another picture. So yeah, you guys can see my senior year, my makeup greatly improved. It was very simple, yet still very elegant. So I'm going to kind of recreate that look, but spice it up just a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys quick ways to kind of change it and make it fit your color of your dress. So if you guys want to see some quick makeup tips, starting with foundation for a photo-ready foundation routine, just keep on watching. You guys, so it never fails to happen that whenever prom season rolls around, you're going to have some blemishes. So you guys can kind of see on my face, I have broken out lately, and I'm not really sure why. But for sure, I know that I don't want those showing when I'm getting pictures taken from my prom, especially if this is your senior prom, and you know this is going to be your last year, and you just want to be the belle of the ball. You don't want a bunch of blemishes. So what I'm going to do is I'm using Rimmel London's Hide the Blemish Concealer Stick, and this is a neutralizer color. Just looks like a regular tube of lipstick. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this over my blemishes. So I've got a few over here, and I'm just going to draw on my face wherever I see some really heavy blemishes. Now, I'm not a big person as far as using concealer, because personally, going to culinary school and, you know, sweating and always being over the hot stove, you don't want to go, like, walking around with a bunch of makeup on your face. But for prom, you definitely don't want a bunch of blemishes showing in your pictures. So covering those up is definitely a must, as best as you can. So now that, man, that looks terrible, doesn't it? I feel like I got blemishes all over. Now what I'm going to do is just take my finger, and if you want to, you can use a brush for this, but I feel like my finger works better. It's going to warm up to your skin, and it's going to blend in much better. Just kind of use your finger and buffer this in. Now, don't worry if your face looks a little funny. You can kind of tell where I put the concealer on. It's lighter in other spots, but that's okay. You're going to put foundation over top of it, so it's all going to blend out smoothly. And don't worry if everything is not covered up completely. You can always go back over that with more concealer, or you can just wait and see if it covers it up better when you apply your foundation. Just do the best you can covering up your blemishes. So the foundation that I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse, and this is in the color Porcelain Ivory. Now this has become much too light for my skin tone, but this is all I have right now, so that's what I'm going to use. Just make it work, whatever you have. Don't feel like you have to run out and buy a bunch of new makeup for prom. Just kind of work with what you have. And I'm actually going to just use the little applicator that comes with it to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of dab it on my face, just kind of all over. a little bit of this product really goes a long way. So what I'm going to do, and the reason I have this on is to keep my hair pulled back. That way I can get really close to my hairline and make this look as natural as possible without really getting it into my hair. So if you can do your face makeup before you get your hair done, it's a great benefit. And it will help you in the long run. So make sure you go over your eyes. If you get dark circles under your eyes, feel free to use your concealer and do a little concealing under your eyes to kind of brighten that area up, because you're going to want to look nice and awake and fresh-faced for your pictures. And also, you want to make sure that you blend down into your neck, over your ears, and if you have a dress that's showing off your bust or your neck or your chest or your shoulders, make sure that you blend into those parts of you as well. You don't want to look like you have a caked on face and that the rest of your body doesn't match the rest of your, or it doesn't match your face. So you can kind of see that's hidden a little bit better than it was, but it's not going to be completely hidden. If you have a higher end foundation, one that really conceals very, very well, that may work better. But as far as that really showing up in pictures, I would be smiling, so chances of that being seen are very slim to none. I'm going to take a little bit more foundation and I'm just going to kind of pat over my cheek area to kind of conceal my large pores. I know you guys can't really tell on camera, but I've got large pores. And again, just make sure that you blend down into your neck. I wonder if I opened up that curtain, if you guys would be able to see better. Maybe you guys can see okay. It looks like it's okay, but... Okay, now that we have our face on, the next step is to set your foundation with a powder. Now, it's really your choice as far as what kind of powders you want to go to. I've got two different kinds. I've got the Maybelline Dream Matte Powder, and this is in the color Medium Beige, which is going to bring a little bit of color back to my face. And I've also got this Max Factor Pancake Tan No. 2, this water activated makeup. I'm going to use this because it's going to give me kind of a golden bronzy look, and this is a very easy way to get that kind of sun-kissed glow that you want in natural pictures, so you don't look ghostly white. But this is going to be kind of a natural look, and it's kind of a two-in-one thing. Instead of having to use a bronzer separate, I'm getting a bronze look with this, as well as setting my foundation. So just taking a foundation brush. This is my Mineral Science foundation brush. I'm just going to swirl my brush in this, and I'm going to apply that all over my face. Now, even if you do apply a powder that is setting your foundation, you can still apply a bronzer, which I may end up doing anyway. But this is going to help your foundation last longer, and it's going to help it set into your skin. So it's going to give you that photo ready finish. Make sure you blend it up into your hairline, and again down on your neck and onto your ears. Now, if you don't feel like you have an extremely matte look, that gives a pretty matte face, but if you wanted to, could take a little bit of this and go in and just dust it over the areas that get kind of shiny, which for me tends to be across my T-zone then across my forehead. And I might dust a little on my chin. And I'm just going to kind of work everything in together. A blush is very important because when you get your prom photos taken, you don't want to go up and get your picture taken and have these bright red cheeks. You want it to look like a natural flush, just really pretty and very elegant. So, depending on the color of your dress and the color of your skin tone, that can kind of determine what color you're going to use. So my senior year, my dress was black. So really, you can choose any color. I'm actually going to be using, this is Innocent Flush by L'Oreal, and this is one of their True Match Super Blendable Blushes. This is one of my very favorite blushes. I'm just taking a little radiance brush. I'm just going to kind of swirl it in that color and get some on my brush. Just going to kind of apply it from the middle of my pupil back, kind of keeping it away from the apples of my cheeks. I'm going to kind of go in a circular motion to kind of buff it in, taking it back into my hairline. And I'm just going to kind of smile and work it in. Now, that blush has a little bit of a slight sheer to it, and I don't know if you guys can kind of see the sheen when the light hits it. So you want to be very, very careful when you go in with a highlight. What I'm using is this color. This is Albatross by NARS. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same brush that I used to do my blush, and I'm going to kind of use my fingers and just kind of fan it out like a fan brush. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to kind of roll the ends of my brush in it so you get a little bit of that. And I'm just going to take it and very lightly just work the color on the very tops of my cheekbones. And then I'm going to use my brush and buffer it out. So fan it out. Unless you have a fan brush. If you have a fan brush, then use your fan brush by all means. I don't have one. So fan it out, get a little bit of product, and then you're just going to take it right on top of the cheekbones. And then I'm just going to work it in using the same brush. So you get a little bit of iridescence right on top of the cheekbones. If you want, you can do the same thing down the center of the nose. This will really help the light reflect off your nose, but not in a bad way. You can also do the same thing to the top of your Cupid's bow if you want to do a little on your chin. You can really highlight any area that you really want to shine in a good way. So, as far as faces, that's really it. To get a nice flawless coverage, you guys can see our blemishes are pretty well concealed other than this one stubborn one that I have here. But for the most part, using all drugstore products, it's very easy for you to cover your blemishes and get a really photo-ready finish foundation. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. Stay tuned for the rest of the makeup, the eyes and lips. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!